There it is. Bing bong.
What does that noise mean?
That means that we are live, my friend.
I'm not ready. Let me take these off before someone thinks I'm a nerd. The joke is that I play Warhammer.
It is good. That is fun.
I love Warhammer. I don't care. I am proud to be a nerd. I'm super proud.
You should be.
It was not.
I am. That wasn't sarcasm whatsoever.
Okay. How's everybody doing?
How are you doing?
Doing well.
Mediocre.
All good here.
Oh, that's too bad.
Mediocre means good, but on the lower end of good. I'm tired. But other than that, I'm good.
That's because you stay up late painting every night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure lots of people can relate.
Well, we got LVO coming up, so gotta paint vigorously.
That's true.
Bigger.
But you're painting things that you're not taking to LVO.
Or am I?
You're not.
I don't know.
So,
I haven't seen the Demon Codex yet.
So I wanted to mention this. Someone asked us if we were worried about someone watching and seeing like the LVO list that we were playing, while you guys are playing, and like building against that.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that at work today. I was like, man, that would be really flattering. That somebody like built a list just to combat one of us, like on the very rare chance they played you.
That's what I thought too. I was like, man, that the rare chance of it happening, and then the work to put into it, I would be like, oh man, thank you. You beat me. I'm okay with that. You took your time to list against me.
You just wanted to beat me.
That's really for more like the top end competitors, the guys that are always coming in the top 5 or top 8. They're always keeping their list secret. They don't want people to know, oh, this is a new chain. I don't want to key anybody else in on it.
Surprise! It's Gilman. Oh no.
Well, yeah. If someone list built to beat me, then they're probably playing on the bottom tables.
Well, if somebody list builds to beat you, they're probably. I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot of Gilman at LVO.
I mean, yeah, I think for Space Marines, most Space Marine players are either going to be taking Gilman or they'll be taking like Raven Guard. So
it's a strong move.
You know what they should do? So if you have two armies that face each other and they both have Gilliman, you need to have a roll-off. Whoever wins gets to keep Gilliman for that go.
Ooh.
Oh, the other person has to like put him away?
Yeah.
Is that like it's like Magic the Gathering? There can only be one of that legendary creature on the board, so if somebody else plays it, yours just.
Yeah. Well, no, if someone else plays it, they both go.
Oh, that's right. They both go poof.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That would be fair. Both Gillimans just.
I remember a long time ago, one of the local tournaments, they did that. They're like, okay, you can only have one of each of the special characters. And then what they did was the first list that had the special character got to keep it. Anybody else who turned in the list got rejected and had to resubmit a new list. That's how the TO got people to turn in their lists on time rather than last second.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to play that.
In theory, great idea. But at the same time, it's kind of, unless you're playing like a narrative event, it's kind of hard to tell a person they can't bring something. Narrative-wise, I see I know the Forgotten Legion, when they ran their, their big thing they run every year in 30K, they do that to where you have to call out if you're bringing a Primarch. The first person to call out gets to bring their Primarch. But, that's kind of, but there's a more narrative play there. So,
yeah.
But if you're doing like a 40K tournament, and there's prizes on the line or something like LVO, where there's big stuff on the line, that'd be a little harsh to be like, well, you can't bring this name character. Someone brought Marnius, or, let's say someone brought another name character, and then you outlaw everyone else bringing name character. That kind of suck. I don't think the tournament would do too well, or have it 500 people.
That's why when you turn your list, you name your character Doofy instead of Bobby G.
Yeah.
Hot shot, welcome.
Or you show up and you're saying you're bringing like Gilliman, and then you bring up and like bring Mortarion and for 30K, right?
Yeah.
How does LVO handle that? How serious does LVO take WYSIWYG?
They say that they're depending on the proxies, stuff like that. I think they're letting a little bit of leeway with specific things. I feel that they're starting to get a little bit more strict, which I like, especially with the painting, because now they're going to basically pull models. Assumingly, they did this at the summer or the California
Southern Cal Open.
Yeah, and they ran it there where basically they're going to pull models off the table if they're not painted. You just don't get to play with them. That's it. And that's to stop people from doing this. Wait the last minute and build your model on the night that you're at the convention to play tomorrow. That whatever's the best, and keep refreshing that internet page like topless. Yeah. So,
you right there, buddy?
Who?
You.
Sorry, resituating myself. The chair wasn't very comfortable. My bad.
Understandable.
But yeah, I mean, I really feel like at a tournament like LVO or all the other big tournaments, unless it's, I feel like you should have painted models, at least based, have some sort of theme. I mean, it's not theme behind it, but at least, have them coordinated. Don't have like 5 painted Space Marines that are painted as Ultramarines and the other 5 are Raven Guard, and you're saying they're Ultramarines. That kind of sucks.
I would have to agree. If it's going to be a high level tournament like that, there should be a certain standard. And I think that Greyhammer is not really. There's not a place for it there. I think there's a place for Greyhammer in lower level tournaments that are for fun. But I think that at what is America's biggest Warhammer event, everything should be painted.
Yeah. I gotta agree. It's just probably gonna get a lot of hate for it, but it takes away a little bit of the spirit of the game. We all paint our models, we all build our models, and it sucks when you go against another player and they're all just gray, and you're like, man, could have at least like dipped them, get a gallon of paint and dip it. I'd felt better.
I mean, yeah, when it comes down, I mean, some people just don't like painting and they want to buy their models painted. That is cool. I mean, you've spent the money, you've done what you needed to do, and you're putting a painted army on the table.
No, that's fine. I have no qualms against people who buy painted. Yeah. I mean, I've been buying painted recently because I don't feel like painting some of the stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait to buy another painted army so I don't have to paint 3 more.
Well, Shot over in chat's asking if it's only unpainted or if poorly painted are also getting yanked.
I don't think it's unpainted, not poorly painted. They're not going to yank you because you're a bad painter. I mean, we're all bad painters until we keep trying. I didn't take art classes. I wasn't artsy fartsy. I one time asked the group, how do you mix blue? I didn't have blue. And I was like, how do you guys mix blue? And yeah, it's a primary color. And at the time, I wasn't aware of it. So I was like, what do you do to get mixed blue? I didn't get it. Yeah, it's funny. That's how bad of a painter I was. And now I paint decent stuff, because it just took a lot of practice, a lot of YouTube video watching of just tricksy things and techniques, and that's it. So, I mean, I appreciate people who paint poorly because that just means, hey, you're trying. At
least you tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having poorly painted models. If you paint them well, you put in the effort, and the effort is clear, then there's nothing to say that shouldn't be on the table. That absolutely belongs on the table.
Yeah.
If you just and then you just kind of slathered on a wash and then you just kind of half-assed a highlight, then I think there's a difference between half-assing it and not being a great painter. And one is acceptable and half-assing it is not.
I think until the tournament's established what when they say it's got to be based in 3 colors, you're gonna have to put a picture or something with that and say, this is what we mean by that, And then so literally you can look at that picture and say, okay, I painted my model at least to that standard. I feel like I am good, But I mean, because saying 3 colors and based can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people,
Yeah.
Hot shot. Do you mean 2 base colors or just 2 colors, period? So blue and then a wash over it counts as 2 colors.
No, that's 1 color.
Yeah,
see, that's where you have to have the guidelines. So if you had a picture of something with 3 colors and it being based, and this was this is the bare minimum we are going to consider painting. You have to set that precedence, you know.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's really good. I think that should be more common.
I mean, like for a Space Marine, for crying out loud, like, I mean, if you're really going to paint a Space Marine and you want to do bare minimum, let's say you're doing like Raven Guard, right? Raven Guard, you paint the whole Marine black, fine. Paint the eyes red, paint the bolter bulk gunmetal, and do a wash on that. And it'll still look like Raven Guard, but at least you put some sort of effort, you know?
That's still pretty, you know.
That's a lot of painting, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a little drive
on it.
there you go.
Yeah. Throw some of those the decals that come out of the box on it real quick on the shoulder pad, and bam, you got Raven Guard.
And it's not to deter people. You know, it's not a painting competition.
Nope.
It's to stop people from saying, "Oh, hey, I got Mortarion last night, and I hosed him down with green paint, threw a wash on him, and now he's on the table."
Yeah.
That's what it's to stop.
And to be honest with you, I guess for the more thematic point or even the pride point, it's like when you put your own painted models on the table, you feel really good because you're like, man, I painted that model, and then you get it on the table. It's got the terrain on there, and you're like, man, it really looks like a battlefield. It's actually a really, really cool feeling to have. When you know that you painted a model, or even you're playing with someone else, you know, even if you bought painted models, you're still playing on that table, and it really looks like a battle. So I think for me, that's kind of the coolest thing when you see that, is because you can see the look on someone's eye when they that's like that first time they put that one of their first models or they just painted up a new squad and they start talking about it, and you can see that look in their eye, and they're like, yeah, I just painted this, and they get all excited, and you're just like, cool, this is going to be so exciting because I can't wait to play. Because they're excited, I'm excited, so let's go ahead and play a game. I think that's really what painted does.
And then TJ crushes that model. You see that twinkle in your eye just dissipate. As you remove it from the table because it spent all 30 seconds on it.
Who would have done that?
I don't know. It's almost like we had a game like that.
No, we did. Yeah, so, Ben and Felipe did have that live game like that, where Ben was just like apparently just popping off models left and right.
Did you, John Owens? We know him. John said that for Warzone Houston, they'll be having a series of pictures showing what 3 colors and basing standards will be. That's pretty
awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I can't wait to. Have they released when Warzone's coming out yet? I can't wait to play in that one again.
Yeah, it was
fun.
I had a blast.
Warzone was my first big competition, and it was.
I remember that.
At a very high bar.
Yep, they really did. Especially the prize support, man. They did an awesome job on prize support, and
yeah, they did.
and Alan were just really great guys, so it was really good. I mean, John gave away one of the painted armies, for crying out loud.
Oh my god,
Imperial Fist.
Oh, I wanted it so bad. I don't
like beautiful. They were good.
Yeah. Conversions, everything. It was great. So yeah, I can't wait for Warzone. So yeah, definitely FNP will be there.
Where is it going to be?
Got a nerdling.
God dang it! Now.
Hey, what you doing? You just grubbing around?
He's looking
grubbing.
Yeah.
Nerdling's back.
The pugling.
Oh.
Plague grub.
Okay, one time. All right. So, John said, hoping July 13th to 15th, as long as the new location pans out.
Ooh. Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Yes,
yeah, I mean, like when y'all get an official day, if y'all want to come on the channel for like a little quick guest thing and announce it, that'd be cool too, you know?
Yeah, we could do it Tuesday live and come on that.
Definitely.
That'd be awesome. But yeah, no. So I mean, it looks like right now, Jonathan, did you want to mention that like at LVO, it looks like hopefully we can get them some panels and stuff. They're going to be having panels.
No, it's not. Hopefully, it's confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah, we got confirmed. We're going to be on the panel. Let me post. Let me see where I chatted with you guys. I told you about who's all going to be on the panel.
I know I saw Dave from Mini Wargaming, so that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, so the panel. Hold on, I got to pass all of Ben's stupid gifts he keeps posting.
What? Why'd I do that?
No, that's not Salamander way.
All right, so it looks like on the panel it's going to be us, Dave from Mini Wargamers, the independent characters, and Life After a Cover Save podcasters, and Adam from Tabletop Minions.
Cool.
A lot of big hitters. So
I have learned a lot from Adam. I've watched a lot of his videos.
Oh yeah, I watch a lot. I watch all of them. I listen to the podcast too because they're a lot of fun to listen to.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to listen to many podcasts on my drive to work anymore. There's something that keeps interfering with that, but I really I used to listen to a lot of podcasts on my way to work, but
yeah, I listen to sports radio or when I drive into work. Yeah, I don't know. I can't music and stuff like kind of like gets me groggy. So like I got to listen to something where they change and start talking all the time, and I'm not going to listen to NPR or anything like that. I want to enjoy my drive in.
I listen to Betrayer, whole Betrayer on my ride into work. Whole book.
Oh, Betrayer. That's the one on when Angron.
No. What?
That's a Horse Heresy book, right?
Yeah, it's the first Horse Heresy book.
Betrayer's like number 14 or 15, I think.
Okay, well, it's the first one.
Horus Rising?
Yeah, Horus Rising. That's it.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, Betrayer's like way down the line.
Yeah. I still haven't finished this, TJ, but I'm close.
It's good, isn't it?
It is good.
So good. And the series is so good. The other two books are really good.
You
wrote that Nick Heim? Was Nick Heim the one that wrote that?
That's right, Nick Heim.
He's good, man. I really want to go to the UK when they do like a Black Library event, and I want to meet like a lot of the writers and get some books signed. That'd be so cool.
You have quite a collection too.
Yeah, like Aaron Dabowski and the rest of those guys. Meeting those guys, oh god, that's like a dream, man.
Yeah.
Guys, and talk to those guys because man, they write all the fiction and all the fluff for everything. It's amazing how they come up with that. I have a hard time writing a paragraph for our videos.
I've been meaning to ask. So now that they're starting to finally push the story, and we're finally getting new story, is there like what's going on with that? Like, when are we going to hear some stuff from the Black Library? When are we getting some new releases? When are we getting more story? Does anybody know?
I think what they're doing with the Codex is, if I've read most of the Codexes that have come out, and they're kind of all getting to like the same point in time with what's going on.
Okay.
So my guess is GW is probably going to do a summer campaign for 40K again. And I think they'll probably either drop something to where it progresses the story on and really moves it along, because they're to the point to where Gilliman's basically done the first part of his crusade. Now he's trying to gather everyone together, is where you get on most of the Space Marine books. That's where he's doing right now. He's trying to gather everyone together to really start making a push and drive chaos back. So, but it's still in that organization phase, so they haven't really moved past everything. But I still need to read what is it, Dark Imperium, where I haven't read that book yet, where I guess they do go with Gilliman, and they do talk about more about what happens when he talks to the Emperor. So I need to get that book and read it, but I'm still trying to finish up one of my Space Wolf novels I bought a while ago. And then after that, I'm going to start diving into the Horse Heresy again. But yeah, I think it'll be cool this summer. I think GW will probably do something that'll move the storyline ahead more. Like, another Primarch coming back to life, or a Primarch we've never seen before kind of coming out. So, which would be kind of cool.
Well, we have heard some leaks about some of these coming codexes, haven't we?
We have.
Yep.
So, are we going to post that on chat, or where are we going to post that so people can see?
We're going to post it with our voices.
So you guys can follow along if you are fluent Spanish readers.
Well, there's a little nifty translate button that helps with the Spanish thing.
That's not a real thing. That doesn't.
So as we noticed from the leak, so we're going to have Adeptus Custodes coming out.
Yeah,
that's coming out at the first half of February. I'm pretty excited about that myself, considering I have, a bunch of them just waiting. The whole metal is actually painted. I just need to do the details. They've been not detailed for quite some time.
So read off what we got.
Yep. So first half we're looking at the Adeptus Custodes, and then in the second half we already seen the studio copy of the Thousand Suns coming out, which is great. Hopefully there's going to be more Cult Marines. Focus on all the Cult Marines. Demonkin for the Khorne, and then we haven't even seen a Slaanesh cult at all by itself, which would be kind of neat.
Yep.
It was a little bit of a fear for a while that actually Slaanesh was going to be taken out of the fluff because they were forgotten. They were at the bottom tier. They kept not getting mentioned, and you're like, man, they're going to take Slaanesh away because he doesn't really fit. When he was made, it was a whole like 90s sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So it was like the thing, and now it's starting to more of a totally PC environment where they're like, oh, we better cover those up.
Well, I mean, the Eldar, banged Slaanesh into existence, and now they're not doing it anymore. So, I mean, shouldn't it just go away? It'd be like Maul, right?
I think he's there. That's it. And then, hey Ben, what's next, buddy? I think this should be yours.
Finally.
Necrons?
The first half of March, we're getting a Tau Codex.
Oh, the NPC Codex?
So excited.
Wait, hold
We're calling them NPCs. They're not NPCs.
NPC Codex?
There's fish what? What's coming out? Necrons, right?
That is acceptable. But that is our word. That is our word.
That is our word.
Necrons look like they are second half of March.
What's coming out the first half of March? I didn't see anything.
Nothing you're too worried about, unless you're Demonkin and you're on the other side of the table, in which case then you might be worried.
Oh, you mean the first game we played?
Yeah.
You know how to do point totals, and you actually and I had 2,000 points.
How many points did I have? Like 2,100?
No, you had like 2,750 points.
I didn't have that many.
Yes, you did.
There was maybe 2,200, 2,250.
You had 2,700 points. You totaled it up. You didn't add any of the weapons. He forgot adding the weapons. All the marker lights and all the other stuff. He just took it, didn't even add it in.
Wait, you talking about the Felipe's game?
Huh?
Felipe's?
No.
The first game we played in 8th edition, me and Ben.
Oh.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When 8th edition dropped, he forgot to add the guns. So, like, his crisis suits had, plasmas and all this other stuff. He didn't even add the points.
This is a true story.
Oh.
It was
it was like 70 points. He's like, yeah, cool, crisis suit, 70 points. I'll take 6 of them. Or the drones or anything else, just straight up. And I was like, man. I got up there and got a little bit in the close combat and wasted them. And when I did. But I was just like, damn, he still got 2/3 of his army left. And he started thinking about it. He was writing it down. He was like, what's going on here? He's like, you know what, TJ? I didn't add weapons. I was supposed to add weapons to all this stuff. I'm like, oh, okay.
Was it free?
What? It was bad. I felt bad.
For free.
I was a little embarrassed. TJ was just perfect, though. TJ was so cool that he didn't make me feel bad. TJ's been playing for years. He knows all this stuff. And I'm this new bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and I just waxed half of his army. And I was like, oh, I messed up. I'm sorry. And TJ's like, hey, man, no, it's all right. It's cool. It was really cool. TJ was very cool about it. And I felt bad because I was like, I screwed up. Oh, no. What do I do?
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Yeah. TJ's like, don't worry about it, dude. No, it's fine. We had fun. It was a very cool experience.
Yeah, I mean, it was our first game in 8th edition, so I'm just like, I just want to learn the rules. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with Khorne Demonkin. No, actually, because I played John after that with my Khorne Demonkin. I played John again with my Khorne Demonkin. I played he played Imperial Guard, and it decimated me. It was brutal. I was like, man, they suck. And then I played one more time, and I was like, man, they're just man, I just got to repaint. I got to go straight up demons, or I got to go straight up rule eaters. It's like there's no mix in between. I don't think until they bring out a specific codex like Death Guard or something. If they bring out a World Eaters Codex, then I think it'll be a good mix.
Isn't
right
that
now,
isn't it in the mix?
Hmm?
All right, isn't there a rumor that there's going to be a Codex, World Eaters Codex?
Not so far. I mean, we have release up to May, so I mean, maybe in the latter half of the year. You know.
Yeah, I don't foresee it coming unless Angron's going to be the next Demon Prince or something. You know, it's going to have to be if they release Fulgrim or Angron as the next evil Demon Prince, then yeah, we may see it, but it's going to be one of those two. I'm pretty sure of to be the next one. So.
Oh yeah, between April and May, that reminds me. Between April and May, we're looking at Jakari.
I'm gonna help you. It's Eldar. The other one's gonna be Eldar.
I don't know what that word is.
It's a Spanish word that didn't translate Eldar.
That makes sense. I was like, I don't know
Eldar or Harlequins?
I don't know what Harlequinani is.
Harlequins?
No. Oh. I don't know. Jonathan seems to know better than me.
That's got to be Eldar. Which,
Yeah.
What are they called now? They're not called Eldar. They're called
Eldari.
Yeah, Eldari.
Oh. Why? Has Eldar been trademarked somewhere else?
I don't know actually. They decided just to change it.
Well,
I guess they would change a bunch of stuff.
I mean, GW is trying to copyright most of their stuff, you know. So it's like it's funny they're now going back to Space Marines, but for a while it was Adeptus Astartes, you know.
Yeah.
But I think they got the Space Marine the technical Space Marine stuff back or something like that.
Well,
so
I think
trying to do it again.
It became blanketed because there's Space Marine for everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so it just became blanketed. You know, like birthday cake. You can't, you can't take birthday cake.
You know what I did see on the new release schedule that I'm kind of intrigued about? I know we don't play Age of Sigmar. I'm kind of curious on what they're going to do with the Elf armies because they mentioned two different Elven armies coming out for Age of Sigmar, and it'll be kind of cool because those models have not been redone in forever. So it'll be kind of cool to see the sculpts because I mean, just if you're playing Eldar or like Drukhari or something, the potential conversions that you could possibly do with some of the Age of Sigmar, because usually the Age of Sigmar sculpts, I mean, I don't play the game. I'm sure I know from what I've heard, it's a very fun game to play, but usually the model range is immaculate, especially with sculpting. So it'd be very cool for someone who likes to do conversions to be able to take those and move those to the 40K universe. So
the guy said, Hotshot said it's corrected from English. It's Harley Quinns. Then Abraham said that it was because the name was copyrighted, or it can't be copyrighted. That's why it's probably like one of those things. And then Glacial Geek, he said, I think the next Primarch is going to come one of two ways. Either Russ is coming back with the Space Wolf Codex and the end of the list, or it's going to be line with supplement.
Yeah.
And John said it could be a dual kit, line versus Russ.
Yeah.
The more I hear about dual kit, the more that makes sense too.
Yeah.
Look at the current dual kits right now are actually the triumvirates. It's one large model, one medium-sized model, one small-sized model in general.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Those worked out really well.
The size of Bobby G model, medium-sized, two of them in one box. I see them putting one of them in there with something large and something small.
Yep. I think you're probably right. I mean, because those boxes sold really well for GW. So I could definitely see him doing something like that again. But I know the Glacial Geek. Can't wait to meet him at LVO too.
Yes.
But to be honest with you, I know he's hoping for Russ. Because, he's a big Space Wolves guy.
He does have the beard.
I honestly would really love a Space Wolves army, but I just cannot add anything else to my desk, both literally and figuratively. So unless somebody wants to trade a crap load of magic cards for the Space Wolf army that's fully painted, I won't have a Space Wolf army for a while.
Yeah, that's true, Ben.
I don't have fully painted Space Wolf army, but I might have some Space Wolves I can throw your way.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, John has a ton of Space Wolf stuff that's still new in box, and it's all sitting like on our mantle, just taunting me. And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't get it because I've got White Scars, I've got Tau, I still got some Outlander stuff I want to add to it. There's no way I'm adding another unpainted army. There's no way I'm doing.
Ben, I keep forgetting every time you mention John's army, he said you can borrow his Space Wolves, so you can
Yes.
play them for the channel, which would be great to have them.
Well, I want John to come play them for the channel.
Okay, that's good, but if you can't get John, you got at least get the army. So it's like
Yes,
having
yes.
John there.
And I am looking to do that, but I also want my own.
Actually, I want to get John back on the channel. I can guarantee
What?
it. John's
would
going to
really-
play me one more time. I can guarantee he'll play me one more time because he owes me and he knows it. We need to have almost an all Terminator battle between Deathwing and his Space Bears.
Ooh.
Oh,
I know he said as soon as I get done. So I'm gonna as soon as I get done painting and get up to 2,000 points, we're gonna play that game. I can guarantee it. I know he will. Maybe a while, but we'll get him on.
And he said that he wants to play another game, which is why I have not brought the Space Bears onto the channel, because I want John to debut them again. I want John to bring them back. And if he's going to let me borrow them, that's fine. He has said he will, but
use it as bait because he'll see it and be like, "Oh, no, 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 no."
oh, I love this game. I love this game.
Okay, so let's see here. Did you see what Abraham Street said? He said new triumvirate. Russ, Lion, and Luther. That would be brutal. That would be brutal to have all of them in there.
Ooh.
And then let's see here. Hotshot said speculation. He thinks it's going to be a loyal Primarch, and then they're going to release Fulgrim, which sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I think Wargamers would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
You know, I'm actually hoping it's not like Angron, and I hope it's Fulgrim or something else like that, because me and Ben were having a conversation last night where I was telling him about how much stuff that I have to paint for my world leaders to get them to point value.
Yeah, I really want to see world leaders. I really want to see the demons. I really want to see that army again. Because like we were saying, that was the first, that was our first game in 8th edition, and I hadn't seen them in such a long time that I really want to see them again.
So Ben, just to let you know, I'm going to get them on the channel, but it's probably going to be about a month because I got to paint. So I got to finish off my Dark Angel so I get those up to 2,000 points. So I'm almost done with the Scouts. First 5-man squad of Scouts. I'll do the next 5-man. And then after that, it'll be a Rhino and then 8 Berserkers. So about a month and a half they should be ready to go.
Cool.
If
maybe
nothing
then
else.
you'll have 500 points worth of White Scars.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do like 1,750 of World Leaders versus 500 of White Scars. That'll be fun.
I mean, technically right now I've got, 65 points, but 2 of them have flamers. I happen to have grabbed 2 with flamers when I was painting, and I was like, oh.
Phil said all the Scouts. Jenkins approved.
Yes.
Yes. Phil's very good with Scouts, so I was watching him on how he utilizes Scouts.
Ben.
Scouts are awesome. What? I missed it. I was looking at the chat.
You'll see it. Just watch the video.
I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible.
It'll be on the internet.
Sigh.
We're talking about Scouts, man. What happens when we talk about Scouts every time? You always make it awkward.
I don't make it awkward. You make it awkward for hating on Scouts for some reason. I don't know what your problem with Scouts are. I just think they're a solid unit. I think they're underrated. I think they're a solid unit. I think they're bigger than Pathfinders.
I mean, now Pathfinders, now that's a good unit.
Yeah, that is a good unit.
Yeah, there's this crazy thing how everybody talks about Scouts are going to get chewed up because if they're not in cover, they're just, how do you kill Scouts? You get them in close combat. Well, think about Tau Scouts with a worse save. They have a 5-up save, and then they have a 4-up in cover. So,
yep, you gotta run them into close combat then.
with the Tau, yes, the Pathfinders need to get in close combat. That is right.
Yeah, like you forgo marker lights, you forgo all that crap, and you advance them in. You move your 6 inches, and then you advance.
Well, now the sergeant can take a pulse pistol. So I mean, what else do they need?
Shoot pistols at them. You got it, man.
Yeah. Advance and then pistol.
Advance and shoot pistols.
Wild West.
It works for Cypher.
I guess.
He's pretty brutal. Dude, so I'm actually really excited that Ben's going to get his Codex for Tau. If that's true, I'm excited.
Oh well, the release is pretty accurate. Every time these come out, they're always accurate of what's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to stifle a bunch of stuff like this when, I mean, you figure it's a huge company. Like somebody's gonna let something slip some point. Hell, it might even be planned. It might be part of the marketing strategy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's GW who still takes a really choppy photo, like with like a phone from 1998.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're like, look at the picture, like what phone takes this bad of quality? So,
I know. It's like, remember the leak shots of Mortarion?
Oh yeah,
So bad.
yeah.
You're like, okay, and now they're on the best part is now they're on Warhammer Community, right? And they take a little picture of it, it's like this small, and
Yeah.
you're looking at it and you're like, really? And it's still bad quality. You can still see the bad quality of the picture, and we're like, we know y'all take better pictures than this.
Because they're trying to make it like someone from the inside snuck it.
Yeah.
Then there's little crop pictures they do for their official leaks.
Yeah. So good.
What that eagle was, remember the one while back? Everybody's trying to guess: is it Dorn? Is it Judges? Well, now we know
what it was. I wonder what it was. Still trying to figure that out.
Let's see. Abraham said scouts are key. They're cheap, infiltrating, and troops to fill battalions for command points.
That's right. That is absolutely right.
So take a unit of shield drones to make them even more annoying. I'm gonna have to finish my own Tau and show Ben how to Tau. Nice.
Ooh.
I would be happy.
And
I would be happy to take Tau stuff.
Phil said the new Tau Codex is going to remove all guns and replace them with fillet knives.
Is that a fish head's joke, Phil?
Tau's going to turn into the ultimate close combat army.
Yeah.
What a twist would that be? What a twist.
Guns? Technology? Screw this. We're going to go in and fight them with sushi knives.
Like, I know that is traditionally Tau's thing, is that they have very powerful guns, but I have heard a lot of Tau players that are huge fans of Farsight, and they're like, I just want a couple of Tau units that can handle close combat, and I would go all Tau close combat. And I think it'd be neat. I think we could use a couple of guys out there that can throw a punch.
I mean, to be honest with you, the battle suits, the crisis suits, they should have an option for some dude to like take a giant sword or something like a maul or something to kill something. I mean, it makes no other sense that they're just going to be like, oh, we're just going to stand back and shoot you. I mean, you figure they'd have like some sort of assault troops besides
Brute,
what's that race? What's that race again that they have with them? The crew?
Yeah.
Hotshot said fusion blades.
Fusion blades, yes. I mean, think about it. That'd be so cool. Like, oh, it's in the books, so you figure they'd have something like that.
Well, they got all this technology. Why don't they just give a little bit to the crew? Let's put them in like exo armors. Sure, it's not gonna be armored to hell, but imagine a little baby carrier like the Grey Knight one for the crew.
Yes, that'd be great.
That would, yeah.
I've watched Gundam. It'd work.
Yeah. Didn't they have a dog in one of them once?
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Logic.
Phil said Voltron.
Yes.
Man.
One thing I really want to see for the Tau Codex is something that AdMech got, which is pretty much everybody got, like there were different chapters. I don't remember.
You want the subs to come in?
I just want variation. I just want there to be, if you take this sept, then you're actually going to get this bonus. If you take this sept, you're going to get this bonus. If you take this sept, I just want there to be some sort of option. And just a little bit of army-wide buff. Because, I mean, like, every army's gotten an army-wide buff for, your troops and, dreadnought, stuff like that. So I'm hoping that something like that comes for Tau.
I don't see why not. I mean, don't they have the Farsight to do? They just do that from Farsight. You got Farsight, you got regular.
Yeah, it's just the two right now. And, I mean, and if you take Farsight, you cannot take half of the other HQ units, and if you take the other HQ units, you can't take Farsight. So it's
Space Pope. You have to get Space Pope. He's the best. He has the Mobile. Onbot is the best.
It's been a while since I've looked at his stats, but
It used to be the harder you hit him, the better save he had. So he had a save to what the AP value was. So if you hit him back then, which was AP1, which would be a -6, pretty much, he had a 1-up save, so he couldn't fail it. AP1 didn't hurt him. So the higher punching of the AP power against him, he shrugs it off. But low, like bolter fire, would just shred him.
which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So
That's how
guys,
shields work.
I've got a leak here for the Tau Codex on what those subs are going to be. I can guarantee it. We're going to have one that's going to have a automatically pass morale checks like Greya. I think you're going to have probably one like Metallica has, where they can advance and still ignore the penalty firing assault weapons and treats all rapid fire weapons as if they were armed with assault weapons. I think you're going to see that. You're going to see probably one like Lucius that does a -1 to the armor penetration values, like because they have superior armor or shielding. Overwatch, this one, the one that hits on a 5+ instead of a 6, you'll probably see something like that. And you'll probably see something like Stygies where it's a -1. They subtract 1 from hit rolls if they're more than 12 inches away. And I don't think you'll see Riza or anything like that. They'll probably make up a 6 one, but my guess is there'll probably be about 6 of them, and they'll probably make something else kind of along those shooting lines or something like that. Like maybe if you don't move, like maybe you could see something like Grim Resolve for the Dark Angels. If you don't move, then maybe you get you can re-roll 1s to hit with or something, which will probably be the most popular one probably. But my guess is you'll probably see something like very similar to the AdMech Codex, because the AdMech are more of a kind of like shooting army.
Well, if you remember, back when the Tau Codex came out, so Abraham pointed out, like, maybe they're gonna have like chapter tactics, and they made me think about like when the Tau Codex first came out, and you look at it, you remember how hard up they were about, because they were the newest race, right? They were hard up about like, here's their language, here's how to write it, this is how it looks. Like they were super into it, and like with the cadres and the envas and all the other stuff, like all the ridiculous, all the like super silly things. You're like, well, okay, I feel like they're going to try to do that to keep that separated, so you can bring your enva and your whatever the heck you would call them, your fish cakes. You would have your sushi, and then you would just have your grilled fish, and those would be your factions. You know what I mean? So,
but where are the squids?
Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan, I just want to point out, I looked up on Bot. He still has that ability. The paradox of morality. He still has it.
Nice. How's it read now since the AP is different?
Instead of subtracting the AP modifier, you add it to your save. So instead of -1, you get +1 to your save.
Oh, nice.
Wow. So if it's -3, that's +3?
Theoretically.
That's good. What's his save?
Let me check, because I knew you were going to ask that.
Well, if you know I was going to ask you.
Jonathan, to be honest with you, there's really nothing in the original Codex about like SEPs or anything. It's only about 5 or 6 pages of fluff. So I'm not sure what you were referring to, dude.
Well, and Jonathan, it saves a 5-up.
Okay. Well, it gets better as it goes, so you're fine.
Yeah, unless you shoot with bolters.
Or a face full of noise marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
No, if you keep paging through, doesn't it have like all the language and stuff like that, like the writing and all that jazz?
No, I told you, dude. There's like 6 pages of fluff in the original Codex.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
The one after that one.
No, you said the original Codex. I'm showing it to you.
Okay. Thank you for showing it off.
I'm just bringing up points, man. I just want to make sure you got it on kill, man.
The later codexes had fluff, yes. I have the later codexes, they have fluff.
Hey, Hotshot said play him. He's hard to kill. There you go. You'd be good.
I guess. TJ and I have had some interesting heated debates about Tau recently, because apparently I'm a spoiled brat with my Space Marines, and I expect Tau to have Space Marine buffs, and they don't, so I whine a lot.
Yeah, marker lights.
but marker lights suck because you gotta hit them and I gotta roll dice. I just want it to work. That's pretty much his argument the entire night.
Well, Jonathan, what did you think about my argument when we were talking about marker lights last?
Look what I found.
Marker lights today.
That one? No, this is the original, Jonathan. Original
Okay.
here.
Well, this is the one I thought was original.
We got it. You guys have old
You
books.
want to read the original one? I can bring it to you. Ben, you want to read it?
Sure.
It's got some good stuff when like Imperial Fists and like the Tau first meet. It's pretty cool. It's actually a big long story in there. It's actually pretty cool.
That sounds pretty sweet. All right, Jonathan, what did you think about my argument against marker lights this morning?
Okay, so our discussion this morning about marker lights. Man.
All right, never mind. I already don't want to know what you've got to say. I can see your stupid face.
Your argument is invalid. You tore that fire raptor out of the sky in one turn of shooting.
Thank you. He's like, but if I move them, they're going to hit on 5s. I was like, so you bring 20 marker lights, you're going to hit a whole crap ton, and then you can just up your ballistic skill. You can do this, you can do that. You know, there's
Marker light, a Pathfinder is 14 points. Where the marker light is 14 points.
And then
Matt wants us to say bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bong.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Apparently, bing bong was necessary, but we said it.
Bing bong.
Hotshot, you're not helping.
just as nice us to go off topic.
Granted, I did preface that entire conversation by acknowledging the fact that I'm a spoiled brat. So
he did say that. He did start and say, "I do understand that I'm spoiled with my Marines." Whoa, TJ changed. That look doesn't go well for you, TJ.
It looks perfect for me, man.
Not make me go into my Eye of Terror and pull out the original Chaos Codex.
Which one?
Okay. Everyone's nerd dick is huge. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do you need a tape measure? I'm pretty sure you've got a bunch.
No, I was actually looking at the codexes because I didn't want to have this conversation with Ben again about how Tau are really good, and he wants to like be like, I suck because I got to spend a command point so I can get like D3+1 marker lights on something.
I'm just not impressed. Now, TJ made an excellent point in our conversation, which was I haven't played them, so I really shouldn't talk, and he's absolutely right. I haven't played Tau enough to actually say, yes, this works, no, it doesn't. But I will say that I used that stratagem because TJ was like, no, really, use it. It's awesome. And I used it, and I got 1 extra marker light, and it did shit because I had no more missiles in my entire army, so it was pointless. That was exactly what I was worried about.
Rolled poorly. That don't matter.
I had a command point to re-roll it.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's still not worth it because there's no way for me to possibly use that to get my 5 marker lights. You get D3+1, even if I roll a 6, I'm only getting 4 marker lights, which is helpful. Don't get me wrong, but 2 command points to get 5 marker lights.
Yeah, that turn you did get 5 marker lights on the Fire Raptor, and then later on you got 5 marker lights on my las cannon team.
I never got 5 marker lights again. I only got it the once.
Oh, yeah.
Only
once you split it 2 and 2.
So,
And then
yeah.
you
So you got it though, right?
One time, and the reason I got 5 marker lights was because I was trying a proof of concept, which was I took a Dark Strider with a drone control port. So all of the marker light drones shared Dark Strider's ballistic skill. I shot 1 marker light with Dark Strider, hitting on a 2-up. It hits. All 4 drones shoot, hitting on a 2-up, rerolling 1s. That's a really easy way to get 5 marker lights.
But they're bad.
It's Rubio?
He said it's Rubio.
It's Rubio?
Banneroth asked, did we talk about
Let's
custom?
talk about custodes, yes.
Yeah,
we have not fully talked about him yet.
No,
we touched on it because I was mentioning that I'm looking forward to it because I got a whole custode army sitting behind me waiting for paint.
Why don't you pull it out real quick? Why don't you pull it out and show them how big your nerd penis is?
Okay. Since we're all showing our nerd penis sizes. Oh.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
There we go. There's a box. There's a bunch of items here, and then lots Look, I just have a Storm Raven hanging out. Oh, sisters.
Those aren't custodies. Those look like women with boobs.
There. What? What other kind of women are there?
Slaneshi.
Slaneshi ones that are boobless now, apparently.
And then there. Is that better? Oh.
That's a lot of bling.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. Except when you paint gold and you do 4 layers of gold and it looks like there's just gold on it.
It hurts your feelings a little bit?
A little bit, man. There's
If you want, I'll show you my technique to paint gold. I mean, mine doesn't look like there are 4 layers. It looks like it is a transition of 4 layers of gold.
It looks really good. Up close, it looks really good.
Oh, thanks.
No, your stuff looks really good, Jonathan. It's probably one of the best paint jobs I've seen you paint.
Yeah.
I really wanted to give him a hard time about it because I picked it up and I was trying to be a smart ass and I tried, you painted it. Oh, these look really good.
So,
oh, how many washes of gold can you use? Oh, apparently you can use a lot, and apparently it works. So
yeah, there's apparently a lot of levels of gold and then 1 level of silver. So there's 5 layers on just the armor. And I got kind of tired. I was like, this is gold, and it looks like I just put more gold.
it seems tedious.
It
What
is.
kind of wash? No oil?
No, I used crap. I have it written down on my little paint book.
it should be not grass. It should be. Did you use the Reikland flesh shade?
Yeah, I think it was Reikland. Yeah, it was Reikland. That's right.
Hey, you see that? You see that? I pronounced it right that time.
You did.
It's like the first thing you pronounce right in weeks.
I know it is. That's what I get for listening to K-pop all the time. So no, hey, so Jonathan, like literally on Custodes, right? You know,
Yes.
I'm curious. I'm wondering if they're going to allow the 30K models. You know, they have the transport,
Yeah.
the flyer,
Yeah.
and the other stuff. I wonder if they're going to allow that in the 40K universe, because you would think they would still have those, considering they still have the jet bikes. Because I'm pumped. I want jet bikes.
Dude,
I don't know about y'all.
you saw the new jet bikes, though, right? They
Yes,
look amazing.
I want those. I want those. I don't even like. I would just play 5 Custodes and then put them in there. I want them so bad. No clue.
I heard that there was going to be some kind of upgrade kits for the 30K Custodes to bring them to 40K. So you're going to be able to go get your 30K Custodes models, and with the like the Noise Marines $15 package, upgrade them to 40K.
Oh wow. So, I mean, I honestly believe that the Custodes are going to be really, really cool. But my guess is you're looking at like a 2,000 point game. You're looking at 20 models on the table.
Yeah, they're going to be. I think they're going to roll like Grey Knights. You know what I mean?
No. There are way more points than Grey Knights. It's
Well,
going to be like 20 models.
Well, you know, sometimes you go run a Grey Knight army depending on it with like 8 models. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I've seen some pretty beefy lists. I think they're just going to run sort of like them because I don't really see a troop, like just a troop, small troop choice. I think they're just all big beefy badasses, and that's what we're going to get.
Well, the troop choices are my guess will be those normal Custodes. That's their troops.
No, yeah. But I mean, like that's it. Those big beefy badasses are going to be the troops, you know?
Yeah. So you're looking at like a 230 point unit for 5 guys.
Oh yeah, easy.
It's for me. I mean, like it has TJ written all over it, like Deathwing and everything. I'm like, I can paint 5 guys and have 250 points on the table.
Yeah. You know, to be honest, I know a lot of people don't like night armies, but I was like, man, this is actually kind of cool when the knights first came out, and they were like, well, you can run an army of 3 or 4 knights, and that's an army, and you're like, for people who are like, there you go, you know, like they can play now because they don't have to paint 120 models, you know.
Yeah. But with knights, though, the thing I like to see about night armies is when they paint them all the same houses and it actually looks like a freaking night army. I hate when you go to like and you see like someone bring knights and they bring like 5 different painted knights. They're like, it's my night house, and I'm like, they're not the same color, dude. I mean, can you at least make them somewhat the same?
I'm guilty of that. None of my knights look the same.
You're playing chaos.
I know.
Yeah.
See, I'm doing the same thing. 1 for each god, and then 1 undivided.
You know, to me, that works perfect if you're playing a chaos. But if you're like, I'm playing an Imperial Knightly house, and they're painting like four different types, you're kind of like, the night houses are all kind of painted a little bit the same, like same base color at least.
Yeah.
What are they talking about in chat? Oh, conversion. Samuel, what? What's going on? Samuel?
Converting one of those bikes into Samuel.
Oh, yeah. Samael, right? Is that his name? How do you say this? It's Samael?
Samuel.
Samuel?
Samael.
Samuel.
Staples, you're in the right place. Welcome to Warhammer.
God, man, I hate pronouncing all these freaking names. Sound like an idiot half the time.
Okay, if you guys actually want to see TJ pronounce names, you need to watch How to Paint Burned or Melta Effects. It's a hobby video on Wargamers. And he calls Nolan oil nun oil. So it's from pressed nuns that was created. I actually just watched it because I was trying to get the effect on my las cannon. So I watched our own video to get it because I forgot what colors. And
Sophia.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure he meant sepia. I'm going to do sepia.
Oh, I can't believe it. I was trying my hardest too.
Drucci Violet, what'd you call it? Oh man, what'd you call it?
Something? Drucci? I don't know. It wasn't
Drucci or something.
Yeah,
Some Italian.
I just started calling it purple.
This is a Drucci.
I started calling it purple. You know, the dark brown wash.
I think the best was just nun oil because all of it is like to squeeze nuns, and that's how you make this.
Oh,
It's nun oil. You know, you squeeze a whole bunch of nuns together and you get oil.
Hey, that's a suggestion.
Dude, Phil says one of the best heat stress tutorials with the worst pronunciation. Oh man.
I hate to twist the knife, TJ, but I've seen a couple of your videos. You're like, so what'd you think? And I'm like, dude, that was really good. But there were like 18 things he said wrong, like one after the other. Yeah, it's going to be a captain in Gravis armor. And every now and then when I play this captain in the Gravis armor, he's like one after the other. I'm like, pick one.
Well, no, I can't because I'm mispronouncing it.
All right, so my thing is scouts. TJ's is pronunciation.
Oh, what? Who was it? Ezekiel? Who? Belial?
Belial?
They called him Belial forever. Like it was always Belial.
What's his name?
Belial.
Belial. Okay. You know the worst part about that, Jonathan? Remember the game we played? I was like Belial. And then the first I was like, isn't that Belial? I was like, damn it, Belial.
Okay. If I have a problem with saying the name, his name is now Bob. That's it.
Bob.
Or Tom. Brave Tom.
Tom has his own name. TJ, so did Pay get a little Lieutenant Pay get a little action? Did he get a special paint code or anything like that?
No. I'm gonna actually build the new Lieutenant Pay model. I'm gonna build a fresh one. I'm gonna give him a combi flamer.
Yeah.
So yeah. So they don't know what that is yet, so they'll have to watch the next battle report we're gonna be editing.
Oh well.
Friday.
Lieutenant Pay, coming our way.
Yep, coming out Friday.
Phil made a good point. TJ just has to remind us that he's mortal sometimes, and when you see his painting, it's nice to be reminded that he actually is human.
Dude, I just try my best on painting. I guess after 18 years or 19 years of doing this, you should get a little better.
Well,
something's wrong.
Okay.
I got the chance to check out the entire Obsidian Knights army the other day, and
doesn't that blue? I don't know what it is. That blue is so good.
You know, I dislike that army so very much because I am so jealous that I cannot paint an entire army just like that without copying TJ because that blue is so perfect.
Hey, hold on. TJ calls that his easy paint job. He's like, oh, I could just do that because I did it a long time ago and it was really easy to do. So I could just knock out a couple rhinos. That's not.
But they don't make that color anymore, do they, TJ?
No, it's midnight blue. So the only color I still have 3/4 of a pot left.
he's like rationing it. It's
right here. You see it? See it? It's
Wait.
right here. This is it. This is my pot. This is what I have left.
What brand?
I have a Vallejo one that's supposed to replace it, but I don't know if it's going to be true to this color.
Well, have you done a test on it?
I'm scared too. I'm scared because if it doesn't work out, I'm going to freak.
Just use it on a sprue. Just use it on a sprue and paint a little bit next to it and see if it
It's
goes.
a waste of paint, though.
It doesn't work. He's going to freak. He hasn't tested it because he's scared to test it.
Because if it doesn't work, then like the Obsidian Knights, and I get to the bottom, that will be done.
What brand is it?
It's Vallejo.
Right now it's Schrodinger's paint.
According to it, it's supposed to be the same pigment. It's night blue. Night blue is what it's supposed to be. I have it, but I'm so scared because if it's not it, I'm gonna freak.
Yeah.
I assume you've done more research than I have, so my quick Google is probably not going to get us very far, huh?
No. According to the conversion chart that GW came out with a long time ago that they came out with, it's the same hex. Like it's supposed to be the same color, so it should work. But it's still. I'm just gonna wait.
There's no promise there.
I know there's no promise.
Oh.
Don't bother with pronunciation.
Yeah. But TJ, there's a point from where you get better at painting, or for someone like yourself who's like, I'm gonna make a Chaos Knight of Khorne, but I'm gonna make it 30K colors. Man, how am I going to get a studded shoulder pad? I'm going to clip off tops of pins from the needle until I get 100 of them, and then on the shoulder pad. Oh.
No, I drilled holes. I drilled holes so the tips fit in.
Okay, so you drilled holes. So it's half holes in that thing.
Yeah.
You had so many.
Yeah.
I respect that.
That is absolutely insane
I
dedication.
respect the hell out of that.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Is this it? Yeah. These?
Yeah.
These? Yeah. No, but I didn't know else how to do it. If I would have known about the green stuff things that you could have done, like that you could buy that green stuff world or whatever that does that, I would have bought that. I kind of did it on the bottom ones here too, so, you know.
Oh, that's so cool.
But, you know, I wanted to match my 30K army, you know?
I'm jealous.
Jonathan, remember when you asked me about that model, you were asking about how I painted and did everything, especially the skulls on it?
Yeah.
I told you my secret?
Yes, you did. You
So,
guys got
it is a quick tip for you guys if you ever want to do it. But
listen closely.
So what I did is I wanted to do skulls, but I'm not good at freehand work. So I got the GW transfer sheets and I got the big skull and I put the transfer on there, you know, sealed it up, and then I went over and repainted it. So it looks like I kind of freehanded the skull.
I thought he freehanded. I was like, dude, how did you get this freehand? He's like,
I like that. TJ's clever.
Yeah. He highlighted the corners. It all looked like, I was like, huh, you just repainted over it.
Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never been in high school, I was really good at drawing, but it's been so long since I've drawn. So it's really hard for me to sketch out stuff now. So there's no way I can sketch it out and actually do it.
Painting's really hard. Like I can do something with a pencil because I can erase and fix it and fix it and erase and fix it and fix it and fix it. But you can't do that with paint.
Yep.
You just can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I would really love to go over to the UK and do Seed Studios. They put on a masterclass clinic, and then when they do that kind of stuff, and then there's another guy on Instagram I follow, Demon Rich. He does a class too. I would love to go to one of those classes and kind of learn how to do that stuff because I don't really know, but it'd be cool. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, run Staples. You take it easy, man.
Yep.
Bing bong for the road.
Bing bong.
Banneroth was saying the same thing happened with the Morn Found Brown spray. Apparently, they stopped making that, and he's got army that he's been working on.
Say that again. What color was that?
Mornfang Brown.
Oh, no. What did Felipe say?
Mornfang Brown.
Oh, that's we could go back on that recording. I heard Mornfong. I heard a Mornfong. They're going like everyone in F&P doesn't know how to pronounce anything.
Yeah, for Banneroth, it kind of sucks they no longer make the spray, but at least they still make the base coat. It just sucks that you have to base an entire model like that.
Yeah.
I mean, airbrush.
Yeah. I think they do make an air, but yeah, it's one of those things that it's so easy to get that can of aerosol spray, like the primer, and just boom, and you're done.
That's expensive though. Those are so expensive. $20 for a can of spray paint?
Ben, you say something when you buy a couple of cans of that gold. You're gonna think it's freaking gold. The Retribution armor.
Well, that's why I bought it.
The can yet, Jonathan?
Well, I spent a ton of money on an airbrush, so I can just get the regular pots and run that through my airbrush. Because with enough medium, with enough water, you can spray anything through your freaking airbrush. You can.
Yeah, but to be honest, what I'm getting from that can, it took me a can and a half to almost paint a big, massive army, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Then that's pretty good. Because Krylon sucks as far as how much you get. So
yeah.
And the quality on Krylon's not exactly great. So I will say that the quality on those paints is excellent.
It costs $30 though for a can. It's pretty steep.
Yeah, that's pretty steep.
But dude, when you spray it, it's absolutely beautiful. It's weird. It's like some magical fairy comes out of the can and like rubs over and goes, ugh. And then it like shines beautifully. You're like, whoa.
Can you do that again? There's a little more emphasis on that one, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, it's more smiling on that one. So.
Yeah. Oh, Hotshot said the edge highlighting is the bane of my existence. Edge highlighting is a pain.
Yeah.
But it was actually funny when I watched one of those like first Warhammer videos with Duncan, because you got to do 2 thin coats. But the way like he held his brush to edge highlight, I never thought about doing it like that. And then after I watched that, I'm like, this is totally easier.
Oh, using the
side, didn't you?
Use the side. You hold the model at a really good angle. Now, there's some places on the model you actually won't be able to do that on, but a lot of the areas you can actually do that, and you can just use the side of the brush, and it's almost flawless. So that's probably the best technique to do edge highlighting.
It's also going to be really important how much paint you've got on that brush. You've got too much paint on the brush, that's going to globble.
Yeah.
A little bit control.
Is anyone else getting a lot of feedback from Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Do you have something on, Ben? Because it was echoing you.
No, it's not me.
Oh, okay, you're good now.
At least I'm not squeaking.
That's true. The squeak was funny.
But how do you edge highlight gold?
Next time I'm in North Carolina, we'll see if the squeak comes back.
What's TJ doing?
Huh?
Keep popping up.
Spike had to go outside of the room.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah, I did highlights, and man, I had to go back over. Like when I first started doing highlights, it was actually with my Dark Eldar where I started actually paying attention to highlights. And I was doing the brush straight on, and then I looked up at it, and I was like, man, that is like that thick of a highlight. I'm like, this is terrible. I had to go back over with the main color and thin it back to help correct it. So it helped me, learn, okay, and let's do a little control because I'm wasting now more time going back over my screw up. So I was able to, it's still hard for me because I don't feel like I get enough paint on that side. You know what I mean? Like, so I got to keep, I feel like I need a little more. So hence why I like painting Nurgle. I don't have to worry too much about it.
Yeah, that's true, man.
And
and then I also had to get one of my new model I got today. I got last week. I'm so excited that I got this bad boy.
Is that the new Rhino?
It's a new Rhino.
New Rhino.
New Rhino.
New Rhino just came out.
Yeah, I had to pick it up. Definitely. It's released in 1999.
Ooh,
It's older than
I
the
was
player.
this many.
What?
I was 2 in 1999. No, I wasn't. I was 11. I was thinking 1991.
Started?
I need more sleep, apparently. God.
God, I'm like, Ben, how old are you?
Wow.
19?
This many. Yeah. Oh. Okay. No, I was right. This many, but on 2 hands.
You got a ... from Travis.
That is not unusual.
So Hotshot brought up he feels like his paint dries really quickly. I think what you need to do is you got to water it down a little bit.
Hey, Hotshot, this is what I got. I got this. It's a P3 wet palette.
Yep.
And it works well. I actually can open it up like weeks later, and my paint is still there and it's still wet.
Yep.
So it's amazing. It's worth like the $10 or $12 it cost. Yep. We actually also, if you want to build one, we have a tutorial on FMP Wargamers as well, how to build your own little wet palette out of sprue bits or the plastic.
I mean, you don't have to use that. You can build it out of like an old Tupperware container, you know.
Yeah, I use a Tupperware container with a little bit of paper towel and a little bit of parchment paper, and it works well.
Yep.
Yeah.
One thing that helps me, because I'll still occasionally get to the point where my paints are drying out, I will, like, after every few minutes, I'll just rinse out my brush completely, try and get it cleaned out completely, and then dry it off a little bit and start over. And it'll re-add a little bit of water to my brush, not too much that it's, really thinning down my paint to an extreme level, but it'll help keep a little bit of extra moisture in my brush. And I found that if I don't do that frequently, the paint in my brush will start to dry out, because I'm only dipping just the very tip, the inside of my brush, the upper part towards the ferrule, it'll start to dry out, and then it's a bitch to clean.
Or, I mean, to be honest with you, you have your GW paints. I always have a little dropper bottle with good water in it. The magical GW water, that was like $5,000. I bought a whole bunch of it out of my tap. But what I'll do is, like, each time when I open up a paint on the GW stuff, I'll pop in, like, I'll do at least 5 to 6 drops in there and reshake the paint up, and it'll keep it so it doesn't dry out. But then at the same time, you're already starting the watering down process, even on base coats, because even if you do a base coat, you open that fresh pot up and you even water it down just a little bit, it'll help it last longer. And so, but I do that with all my paints, so I always put like at least 10 drops in there, and then I shake them up and go at it. So if you haven't opened it for a while,
or you can just get issued these.
I ain't making those, dude. That's a pain in my butt.
Yeah, I'd rather spend that time painting, to be honest.
Yeah, well, to be honest, right here, this is the bane of my existence. Right here, this area of I don't care how well you clean it. I don't care what you do when you carefully dipple your brush in the lid. It somehow just goes and half your paint is lost in that cap and dries.
Really? You have that problem?
Oh, yeah.
You got to open your paint up at an angle.
I do. 15
degree angle towards you.
I do. I even take a little protractor and...
A protractor? What's a protractor?
Instead of protractor, just like I said, we got to stay put of pronouncing things incorrectly.
Yeah. But no, like, yeah, I do that too. Sometimes it'll leak no matter how you open it. But then what I do is after, when it does that, I take off that top and I repop it out, because you can actually bend it out and it'll push out all the paint again. It dries, and then the lid will start closing right again. It'll start working again. It is a pain though.
Yeah, I do. I also use a lot of like acrylic thinner. I'm actually almost out. But yeah, I use some acrylic thinner.
Yeah.
Instead of just water, because I learned when I was actually making these bottles, I was doing these, I was putting water in it, and I was like, whoa, this is screwing up my paint real bad. And
what was it doing to it?
Say what?
What was it doing to the paint when you said it's screwing it up?
It separates it really bad because I'm not using mineral or the bottled water, which is supposed to have no minerals that can screw up your consistency and stuff.
Yeah.
So it separates like this here.
You want
Like
distilled water.
right here, like this one.
You want distilled water.
Yeah, distilled water.
Yeah.
And then so I looked up online and it actually said to use acrylic thinner, which I use it for my paintbrush too. So I'll put that in the paintbrush when I get some of my paint in it, and it helps, you know, thin it up. Because I have the worst paintbrush in the world, and I'll spray a couple spritz, and I have half a pot of paint, and then it will stop spraying. I'm sitting here digging with it like, oh my god, I got a half a thing of paint in here, and I'm gonna waste all of it, and I can't get it going. So
You talking about your airbrush?
Huh?
Are you talking about your airbrush?
Yeah, my airbrush.
Watch Next Level Painting has got some airbrush hack videos that are on point. Seriously, really good videos. Very informative. He taught us about hops number 9.
Yeah.
And that will take care of most of your airbrush problems right there.
Yeah.
Don't soak it in hops number 9, left in an open container in your game room so that hops number 9 fumes permeate through your house.
Who did that?
Because that's a bad idea. Also, that stuff is really bad if you get it on your skin, so use gloves. But the fumes are also really bad too, so don't do that. Just saying, in case you're thinking of that.
Ben, those are great tips, man. I appreciate that. If we ever hops number 9 and do it, that is very good.
Well, just if you see anybody who's got a big bottle of hops number 9 in the background of their video, you'll know who I'm referring to.
Okay.
You use this stuff, right? You've been using this on your
I
brushes?
haven't tried that yet. John got some, and I have not tried it yet.
You got it, dude.
Must have.
Yeah, before you put your brush away, after you're done using your brush, you get the brush wet, you dip it in here, rub it a little bit, reform that tip, put the cap back on, and next time you use your brush, it's good as golden.
So here's a question for you. Have you guys ever had a problem with your brush doing this? Let's see if I can actually get you to be able to see it.
Or it splits.
No,
Yeah.
it's curving.
Yeah.
Where the tip curves, because pretty much all of my brushes have done that.
Right here, man. Here's
Yeah.
what it is.
That's what I was gonna say. Do this and use this stuff, and you'll spin it. You spin your brush on it like.
And you reshape your brush.
Yeah, you use it. You'll reshape your brush. It conditions it, and you can actually, if it's really bad shape, you can leave it overnight with it on there, and then you can come back in the morning and rinse it off.
I really have grown to like the little curve that my brush gets at the end, because I use it to paint an edge a little bit better. I use it to just kind of wrap around, and it helps me with some things, but it's kind of frustrating because all my brushes keep getting that hook in there.
Yeah, Ben, you need to get some of the cleaner.
Okay.
I think it's like, well, if you go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I think they sell it at both those places. Just go to the website and print out a 40% off coupon. It's like $3.
Hey, BKB, how's that Vallejo air? I haven't really used any. The only air that I have is this Wicked color air, and it works pretty good. It's still a little thick though. I gotta thin it down. I can't bring myself to buying GW air, only for the fact that it's the same paint watered down. I feel like I'm getting less. Like I could water my own paint down and it could go further. So
Well, part of it, you don't want to use water. You want to use airbrush medium or just matte medium, which I've got Liquitex, and I mean this was like $8 for this enormous bottle, which is essentially the same as Lamium medium.
Yep.
That's a little bottle. You need a bigger bottle than that. What is it with you? You have a huge bottle of hops number 9. You've got a huge bottle of that.
I'll have to go back and rebuy it.
Yeah, exactly.
He buys everything in bulk, dude.
Yeah,
I guess
it's cheap.
Costco.
Yeah. So when Jonathan was staying at my house during the hurricane, he was like, we bought all this food from Costco, and he's like, well, I'm gonna go to Costco too, and he bought like a shit ton of food, and I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna be here for like a couple days, and he bought like 3 weeks worth of food. It was insane. I was like, we don't have any more space.
Accurate.
He buys in bulk, man. It's just how he does it.
Hey, BKB, what model Pache do you have? I have a Pache, and I found that it eats paint. It just hoses through paint so quick.
Oh, Glacial Geek's got it. He's sticking up for you, Ben. It's a size. It's not the size of your. It's how you use it.
Yeah,
That's right.
And we know Jonathan. You know, Jonathan buys everything in bulk. He's like, yeah. You know that new Death Guard, like the Lobber or whatever that. What is that? What is that new tank called?
The Plague
Yeah.
Plague Hauler. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I was like, dude, that'd be so cool to get one of those. And Jonathan's like, I'll buy 3.
I wanted 3 of them though for it to run because they get a bonus.
It's like when a new model comes out for me for like Space Marines or something. I'm like, I'm gonna go pick up one of them because it looks really cool. Jonathan's like, I like that unit. I'll get 3.
While I'm sitting here on YouTube, like, how do I get as many freaking models as possible for the least amount of money? 27 scouts for $4. I can find a better deal, and I keep looking.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. If I found that many scouts, you know I would make an all-scout army just to piss Jonathan off.
What was it that they said that can help keep brush shapes? Hot shot. It's
The Master's Brush Cleaner.
yeah, it's this stuff here. You can see it. You can pick it up at like Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
As much crap as you guys give TJ with pronunciation, you should hear me try to say any of those Death Guard names. Well, everything's like plague, blight, bloated, like malefic.
I've heard foated a bunch of times.
All I hear is poop, 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 poop.
Yeah.
Poop drones. With the poop mouth.
You big poop mouth.
You got a poop tank.
You got a big
And a little poop tank. And a little poop walker. And a poop, 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 poop.
It's degrading quickly. And
Yeah, it's getting about that time anyway. We're running way over our time.
Oh, but we got 15 people watching, man. We're having a good time.
Yeah, right now we're having a good time.
So have y'all seen any like demon games? Have y'all seen anything that looks really cool with demons yet? Because I'm pretty sure if they're dropping this weekend, I'm sure we're going to see some in LVO. Have y'all watched any good battle reports, and what have y'all seen?
I'm looking forward to deep striking a Mortarion.
So Hotshot was telling me about a video he watched where apparently huge plague bearer squads were nigh unkillable, and they did really serious work.
Well, how are they nigh unkillable?
I don't recall. I want to say they get some sort of buff if there's a big group of them. Let me see what he said.
Felipe, have you seen anything like that? I know you've watched a couple battle reports.
I watched them recently, in fact, and I've got a Zench army, but I am about to start a coordinate demon army because of what I saw.
Blood God?
Yeah, block for the Blood God. He had the Codex, he had his army set up, and oh my god. All the bloodletters plus Scarbrand deep striking into the deployment zone of his opponent. And the bloodletters were getting a +1 to their move when they charged because they had a musician in the unit.
Huh.
And then it was getting the reroll failed charge rolls from Scarbrand onto the bloodletters.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then if he wanted to, he could have, if he had the standard, a standard in there, he could have rolled 3 dice for the charge for one of those units from a stratagem.
Oh my god.
So turn 1, you're getting bloodletters or whatever demons that you can deep strike with in the enemy's face.
Oh.
So are you trying to tell me it's a good thing I painted this guy last year?
Yeah. He's a wrecker.
Oh, he's so pretty too. I want to play Finn with Tau.
Oh, you better hope that whatever he gets into melee with, his flies, tries to run away and dies.
Well, what happened when we played that game, TJ?
Well, if we were even point cost, we'll find out this time.
If we were in point cost, I would have devoted just as much firepower to it as I did.
TJ just heard +1 to the charge roll, 3 dice.
Well, don't worry, Ben, because when it comes down to it, I guess he's not going to be on the battlefield until I go.
So scary. So
you get Overwatch.
Yay.
I had someone tell me about deep striking brass scorpions. I haven't slept since. Oh,
Oh,
oh.
got the
Oh
demon.
man, I
Oh
didn't
my
think about
God.
that. It is a demon.
Abraham, what was that about? Scouts helping to control the board against deep strikes? I like it.
Mauler fiends and bloodthirsters.
Ooh.
Oh man, a Mauler fiend. That's nice.
What's that horny engine? Isn't that demon also? That super heavy? Lord of
Oh,
War?
dude, you're right. I think it is a demon. It is a demon. Oh,
We Rick can do.
ooh wee.
I can't wait for this Friday. I gotta pick up that Codex.
That's what
I
I
really want to see it. Like, oh, man, I was really hooked on Blood Angels. I was really thinking about getting Blood Angels. Now I'm looking at all the demons, and I'm like, I have to have all the demons. I'm holding my breath for Space Wolves and Tau, and I'm over here trying to paint white scars. Just getting salty. I'm already committed to the white scars. Like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna finish it, and I'm not like, maybe I'll finish it and play like 2 games and just sell them because I'll just be pissed. But I will finish them. Like, it's gonna happen.
Hold on. So the keyword for that has to be demon.
I believe so.
Demon.
Yeah, the Titan Ravager is a
I
demon.
think it's kind of like the guard has it. It's like you spend so many command points and you can deep strike multiple units. Like they're using it on tanks. I think but now it's basically a demon version of that.
Mm.
Wow. That's gonna get FAQ'd. There's got to be a limit.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, TJ, before I was leaving work today. Was just that, you know what I mean? Because I was like, you know, this could be coming out, you know, the release of the Demon Codex is going to have all this cool stuff, and he's like, they're going to FAQ it before LVO, like a week out, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, if the Codex gets released this week, I guarantee you they have an FAQ the next weekend, or like that Monday or Tuesday, because you got to remember that they've probably printed out all these codexes like 2 months ago, but people are still play testing it, so they're getting to all those, you know, those FAQs, so they'll drop it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, but really, that's only one unit you can do it with, right? Before the battle, you're only able to use one stratagem before the battle, or is it more than one stratagem before the battle?
Well, technically, that you can use multiple stratagems, except unless it specifically says you can't use it in match play.
Yeah.
So
You can use the same stratagem more than once,
you can blow all your command points right then. You know,
It's true.
Bring in a whole army and then have the rest of your stuff that deep strike.
Yeah. Well, you still got to do half, so
Yeah, that's true.
you still have to have half your stuff on the board for match play.
He had, I think it was 3 units of blood crushers on the table. He had 3 of the chariot cannon things. Can't think of the name. He had a unit of flesh hounds and 1 or 2 units of blood letters. Then he deep struck 3 units of blood letters and Scarbrand. Oh, and the Herald.
Oh God.
TJ,
Yeah.
I want to live vicariously through you. I cannot wait to see Corn Demons.
Dude, I mean, let me see how many points I have.
It was all what's one? Not battalion, the one above battalion, brigade. Yeah, 3 fast, 3 heavy.
So we got to wrap this up, but let's hear you guys' thoughts. Do you still think, all right, what do you think is going to be the best close combat army in the game?
War leaders. War leaders with coordinate demons.
You said best close combat?
Yeah.
Space Wolves?
But we haven't seen Space Wolves yet. Why do you say that?
Space Wolves.
Yeah. They just, most of their stuff is pretty beef.
I think it's because they're Imperium.
No, it's just it's they have this one unit like Andre just talked about that is called Wolf.
Yeah.
They wreck you. They wreck you so hard.
Yeah.
We've all been hurt by Wolfen, apparently.
I haven't faced Wolfen yet.
If it's Wolfen or Thunderwolf Cavalry, yeah, I've been wrecked. Because one dude, he had I played one guy, he had Thunderwolf Cavalry. Then behind it, this was 7th edition, but it was Thunderwolf Cavalry. Then behind it was Wolfen. So do I shoot the thing that's going to hit me first, or do I shoot the thing that's going to hit me next? By the time I like almost got through the Thunderwolf Cavalry, I got smeared across the table by Wolfen.
I don't see. My problem is that I when I first started playing, I've told this story a couple times. When I first started playing, I was like, "Cow! I never want to punch anything. I want to shoot everything from as far away as possible, and I will never change my mind." And as soon as I started playing Space Marines, that entirely shifted the opposite way. I'm like, I want to punch everything. And so I'm like looking down the line. I'm like, someday I'm going to go for another army, and I want to go for something that's really badass in close combat. Do I want to go wolves? Do I want to go demons? Do I want to go world eaters? Like, what do I want to do? And I'm trying to kind of figure out what's going to suit my play style or what I like the feel of most. And right now, it just seems like I'm going to be really broke because I'm going to buy a bunch of armies.
Imperial Guard, Ben. You want to play Imperial Guard?
Yes.
Punch everything right in the face.
Maybe we'll get fusion blades for Tau, and I won't have to. I'll already have an army.
Maybe.
You know, Ben. I guess if what you could do is, if you play guard, people want to punch you in the face.
That's accurate. Because I helped John practice for Warzone. I helped John practice for Warzone, and he ran that list against me about 5 or 6 times. I'm still not too fond of guard.
Yeah. All right, guys.
That's great.
We appreciate everyone who inputted. Love it. It's progressively getting better with everybody joining in, and it's a lot of fun for us because we can talk to you guys, and appreciate you guys tuning in and everything. It's definitely a pleasure for us to have you guys with us. It makes the live, we're not just talking amongst ourselves, not like we don't do that anyway. But it's fun to have you guys here and be part of it. So we really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I look forward to this every Tuesday.
Yep.
Yes, me too. I love Tuesdays.
I do like Tuesdays a lot now. Yeah. All right, guys. Anything else for closing?
Let's see. What did Andre say last about Thunderwolf Cavalry? I think Thunderwolf Cavalry is still about the same when he talks about 8th edition. One thing I think that makes Thunderwolf Cavalry really good, I think, is the fact that now the Thunderwolves do have attacks. And that's a lot of extra attacks you get on top of that if you do equip them right, giving him a chainsword or, giving him something else. But I think Thunderwolf Cavalries are still, you still have to kill them. You can't let them hit your lines.
Yeah.
If you let them hit your lines, it's all downhill after that. So I think it's one of those things with Space Wolves, they have two great assault units that are totally different from each other, which makes them really good. Like, if you look at Blood Angels and a lot of the other stuff, you only have a couple choices, and they pretty much do the same thing. I think with Space Wolves, and who knows what we're going to see with a Space Wolves Codex, if we're going to see some sort of flanking ability or something like that may make him even more deadly. So,
yeah,
that's my opinion on them. So, what else we got here?
Well, everyone's putting in. Hopefully, we get to see you guys at LVO as well. If you came later, show we're actually going to be get to be part of the YouTube or the board panel that they're having. It's not just YouTube, but any kind of content provider board panel. We'll be out there, which is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we get to meet a lot of you guys there. We'll be out there you'll see us recording and everything else out there, and be sure to say hey and come get your dice. We got dice, and
we have a lot of dice.
Yeah, and Phil, dude, can't wait. Looking forward to meeting you. We'll get, we've already worked all that stuff kind of on the back end. So is Phil getting there on Thursday as well?
I'm not sure his time frame, but I'll be sure to hit him out on.
We'll get all that information because we got a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, I can't wait to meet you. And then was it Colonel Dracus? Looks like.
Yep.
Dude, at LVO, man, we'll be in the big main hall. I'm 6'2". I'm kind of hard not to miss. I'll
This is
probably be the only Asian guy there, probably. So just look for me.
Listen to me. Listen for me and Jonathan arguing about scouts, and you can hone in on us that way. Because
most likely Thursday night I'll be down in the game hall, most likely, to check out all the tables and kind of do a video shooting too. So, but I will be definitely in the main hall. I get there really early, and I'm always sitting around just wanting to chat with people. So yeah, it comes. You can't miss me. So
That's true. I'll probably be sleeping, and then I'll be in the main hall.
there you go. You'll be there. I will. Official announcement. I'll be at LVO. I just don't know what day I'll be arriving at LVO.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
That's good.
see you, Hotshot.
I've been talking.
Yep. Thanks for hopefully we will have some good hunting at LVO. And
Yep.
I am so excited. Ben's going to be there. Him and Jonathan.
I am too. I'm really excited.
He just confirmed it. It's been on the fence.
It's live. This is a real live confirmation.
You're on the internet. You said it, so it must be true.
Hey, let's be honest, Jonathan. He's sleeping with you. He ain't sleeping with me. But you better finagle another bed in that room.
We're snuggling.
Oh, I'm in the middle. I want to be the meat of this manwich.
Don't be selfish.
Oh God. Oh God.
All right, guys, that wraps up our show. We're going to leave you with those awful images in your brain as you fall asleep. So,
yeah, I just got mental images. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Oh.
Bye.
See you guys.